Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. First, a quick look at the major headlines tonight. Messages of congratulations continue. Nationals in various countries celebrate Independence Day. Turkey will not allow terrorism-supporting countries to enter NATO. More than 30 people die in stampede in Nigeria's church food event. In our domestic news, President Aleksandar Vučić of the Republic of Serbia, President Professor Faustin Todera of the Central African Republic, and President Frank-Walter Steinmeier of the Federal Republic of Germany sent messages of congratulations in connection with the 31st anniversary of Independence Day. In their messages, the leaders wished good health to President Isaias Afwerki and peace and prosperity to the Eritrean people. President Aleksandar Vučić of the Republic of Serbia expressed his belief that in light of the 10th anniversary of diplomatic relations the two countries are marking this year, the friendly relations and all-round cooperation between the Republic of Serbia and Eritrea will continue to develop on the basis of mutual understanding and respect in all areas of mutual interest. President Aleksandar Vučić also said that he gives due consideration to Eritrea's commitment to adherence to the fundamental principles of international law. Eritrean nationals in Kuwait, Kenya, Denmark, and Germany enthusiastically celebrated the 31st anniversary of Independence Day under the theme Independent Choice, Backbone of Our Pride. At the celebration organized on 27 May in Kuwait, in which diplomats, friends of Eritrea, as well as a number of nationals took part, Mr. Ahmed Yahya, charge d'affaires at the Eritrean embassy in Kuwait, indicated the heavy sacrifice the Eritrean people paid for their independence and called on nationals residing in Kuwait to strengthen contribution and participation in the national affairs. Likewise, Eritrean nationals in Kenya celebrated the 31st anniversary of Independence Day with patriotic zeal. Speaking at the occasion, Mr. Beyene Rusum, Eritrean ambassador to Kenya, pointed out that the Eritrean people had to go through heavy and intricate stages to realize their independence and safeguarding the national sovereignty. He said that today, because of its steadfast people and heroic defense forces, as well as visionary leadership, Eritrea remains sovereign. In the same vein, Eritrean nationals in Denmark colorfully celebrated the 31st anniversary of Independence Day, indicating that the activities the Eritrean nationals conducted to celebrate their Independence Day attests to the love they have towards their country. Mr. Asias Gebray, head of the consular affairs at the Eritrean embassy to the Scandinavian countries, called for strengthening organizational capacity and participation in the national affairs. Similarly, Eritrean nationals in the German cities of Berlin, Darmstadt, Gießen, Hamburg, Ulm, Nuremberg, Offenbach, and others celebrated the 31st anniversary of Independence Day anniversary, featuring various programs depicting the day. Officials from the Eritrean embassy also delivered speeches focusing on the significance of the Independence Day in the history of the Eritrean people and called on nationals to reinforce participation in the national development drives. Mr. Gabrihiwat Takhle, physiotherapist, reported that the psychotherapy center at the Orota Referral Hospital, equipped with modern facility, is providing commendable health services. Mr. Gabrihiwat noted that the successful activity of the center was the result of the modern equipment the Ministry of Health introduced in 2005, 2013, and 2022, as well as the experts produced by the College of Health Science, indicating that the center provides services daily to 200 adult and children patients. Mr. Gabrihiwat said that 52% of the patients that are treated at the center are cured and 43% show sign of development. Mr. Gabrihiwat also called on parents to follow the health of their children and with symptoms of disability to bring them to the Center for Treatment. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing station in the Central Region. On the other hand, 2 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Central Region have recovered fully and have been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,649, while the number of deaths stands at 103. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 9,759. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 30 May 2022. Those are domestic news. Please stay tuned for the international right after the short break. Turkey says it will not allow terrorism-supporting countries to enter NATO. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan said Sunday, and Sweden and Finland have expressed earlier their condemnation to terrorism, but Erdogan believes they are not sincere or honest enough. Sweden and Finland formally applied to join NATO last week following the Russia-Ukraine conflict that erupted in February. NATO allies, except for Turkey, have welcomed the 2 countries' proposals. Accession of new member states requires consensus of all 30 existing NATO members. The Turkish side, citing the Swedish and Finnish ties with the Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK and other anti-Turkey groups, objects to their entry into the alliance. The PKK, listed as a terrorist organization by Turkey, has been rebelling against the Turkish government for more than 3 decades. Turkey also accuses the 2 countries of harboring members of the Gulen movement, which Ankara says is behind a failed military coup attempt in 2016. Erdogan also said that he has telephone conversations with the presidents of Russia and Ukraine, respectively, on Monday, and noting that Turkey will continue to encourage both sides to resolve relevant issues through dialogue and other diplomatic channels. More than 30 people were killed in southern Nigeria Saturday after a stampede erupted during a crowded church charity event where food was being distributed. Shoes and slippers lay scattered on the ground after the disaster in Port Harcourt City in southern Rivers State, where people tried to force their way into the event. Police and witnesses said a local King's Assembly Church organization was offering food and gifts for the impoverished at the Port Harcourt Polo Club when a mammoth crowd got out of control. Rivers State Police said a total of 31 people lost their lives in the stampede. Images posted on social media showed families carrying and attending to the injured people, many of them children, outside the city's military hospital. Witnesses described frantic pushing and trampling as people tried to get into the entrance were forced back. Police said a criminal investigation was underway. Nigeria has seen several stampede tragedies over food distribution in recent years, including an aid agency food program in North Borno State, where 7 women were trampled to death last year. Port Harcourt is the main oil hub in Nigeria, Africa's most populous country and the continent's largest petroleum producer. Despite its oil wealth, as many as 4 out of 10 Nigerians live below the national poverty level. According to a recent World Bank report, the Ukraine crisis has also pushed up the cost of food and fuel across the continent as wheat and gas supplies are impacted, with aid agencies warning about worsening food insecurity in Africa. Please stay tuned now for a recap of tonight's headlines. Messages of congratulations continue. Nationals in various countries celebrate Independence Day. Turkey says it will not allow terrorism-supporting countries to to enter NATO. More than 30 people die in stampede in Nigeria church food event. And that was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.